Hi there, my name is Derek, the Convicted Cinephile, and if you're a convicted cinephile yourself, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel down below. On my channel, I like to talk, shop, and pop open, that is, movies and physical media, and today I'm doing yet another Oscarology video. I thought I would do one about screenwriters, because I haven't, and I like screenwriting. So I'm going to do one about every screenwriter who has had more than 5 Academy Award nominations. Stay tuned.
Talk, shop, pop, movies.
If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I do many of these Oscarology videos, especially, during Oscar season, adoy. Tomorrow is Christmas morning, as I call it, Oscar nomination morning. I will be live on my channel at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, so 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The announcement actually starts at 8:30 Eastern Time, so I'll be on here BSing and just getting stuff ready, chatting with the chat, letting people, join in slowly. You don't have to wake up at the ass crack of dawn just for me. But if you're going to be watching the announcements, watch it along with me. It'll be fun. We'll talk about it after the fact, and yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm excited. And then this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'll be hosting another Best Picture tournament live stream that I've been doing. We'll do the Best Picture nominees from the years 2000 to 2009 and pit all 55 nominees against each other to see what is officially. I mean, this is legit. It's going to go in books. It's important. As I said, this is every screenwriter with more than 5 nominations under their belt, and starting with, number one of the people who have 6, we're going to go with Oliver Stone. He has been nominated 6 times for screenwriting and has won one of those awards. The ones he's been nominated for were Nixon in 1995, JFK in 1991, so I'm reading it as I go, and there's a lot of other things in between. Born on the 4th of July in 1989, which he won Best Director for. Platoon in 1986, which he also won Best Director for. Salvador in 1986, and Midnight Express in 1978, which is the film he won his screenwriting Oscar for. So his very first nomination, he won. Next up with 6 nominations, we have the great Eric Roth, who was nominated most recently for Dune Part 1, and then he was nominated for A Star is Born, along with Bradley Cooper. He was nominated for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He was nominated in 2005 for Munich, 1999 for The Insider, and then his one win was for 1994's Best Picture winning Forrest Gump. So I remember when Benjamin Button was coming out, it was kind of joked about that. He just took his Forrest Gump script and had him start out as an old man and become younger instead of the other way around. So they're both great in my eyes. Our next 6-time nominee is Ben Hecht, who actually has won 2 Academy Awards. Most recently, and he's been passed away for a long time, was in 1947 for Notorious, in 1940 for Angels Over Broadway, 1939 for Wuthering Heights, 1934 for Viva Villa, and I skipped one on accident, 1935, which he won for The Scoundrel. That was for original story, back when they had weird writing categories like that. And his other win was also for original story, which was his first nomination in 1927 for Underworld. 2 Oscars, both of them for not screenplay, but original story. But hey, he has 2 Oscars, right? Our final 6-time nominee is Carl Foreman. This is another one from the old days. He was nominated for Young Winston in 1972, The Guns of Navarone in 1961, Bridge on the River Kwai, which he won for in 1957, High Noon in 1952, and Champion in 1949. So some all-time greats in his filmography just from his Oscar nominations. The following nominees, who have been nominated 7 times for screenwriting and have combined won 4 Oscars, 2 of which for screenwriting, 1 in the original and 1 in the adapted categories, are my personal favorite filmmakers of all time, Joel and Ethan Coen, the Coen brothers. They have most recently been nominated in 2018 for The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, which was a fantastic surprise nomination, if I may say so. Original screenplay in 2015 for Steven Spielberg's The Bridge of Spies. They took what would probably be a very boring movie and made it surprisingly clever and funny, I would say. 2010 for the True Grit remake, which I personally love. Like I said, I'm biased towards them. 2009 for A Serious Man. 2007, which they won for, adapted screenplay for No Country for Old Men. 2000 for Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And their original screenplay win, 1996's Fargo. So they won for what is honestly two of my all-time favorite films of all time, Fargo and No Country for Old Men. And yeah, so they have 4 Oscars, and 2 of which for writing. Our next 7-time nominee is Charles Brackett, who went on to win 3 Academy Awards for writing. 1953's Titanic, which he won for. 1950's Sunset Boulevard, which he won for. 1948's A Foreign Affair. And 1946's To Each His Own. 1945's The Lost Weekend, which was his, first Oscar win, but the 3rd win that I'm listing off. 1941's Hold Back the Dawn, and 1939's Ninotchka. Oh, Ninotchka. Ninotchka? I can't read. Ninotchka. Yeah, I was right the first time. Now on to the 8-timers. This gentleman has been nominated 8 times for screenwriting, won once, but he's won 2 Oscars in total. He was nominated most recently for... Oh, I forgot to say who it was. John Huston was nominated 8 times for screenwriting. I'm an idiot. In 1975, The Man Who Would Be King. In 1957, Heaven Knows Mr. Allison. Old movies had such better names. It's like you can't come up with a movie titled like that anymore. Best Writing for The African Queen in 1951. The Asphalt Jungle in 1950. His winning film was Treasure of the Sierra Madre in 1948, which he also won Best Director for. But then that didn't win Best Picture. See one of my other videos about that. Where was I? 1941, we have Sergeant York. 1941, we also have, twice in the same year, not so shabby, The Maltese Falcon. So that was a good year for him. In 1940s, Dr. Elrich's Magic Bullet. See, old movies had such hilarious and awesome names. I love it. So that was John Huston's 8 Oscar nominations for writing. Our next 8-time nominee sadly never won any of his 12 Oscar nominations, 12 in total, 8 for writing. That'd be Federico Fellini. Yes, he's obviously a foreign filmmaker. They didn't win too many prizes, especially writing prizes back in the day, it seems like. But here they are in reverse order from when we were nominated. 1976, we have Il Casanova di Federico Fellini. Who'd have thought, right? In 1973, he had Amarcord, which is on the Criterion Collection, I'm pretty sure. All these probably are. 1963, we have 8.5. Yes, that one is. 1960, we have La Dolce Vita. 1953, we have I Vitelloni. 1954, we have La Strada. Just watch me butcher all these titles. 1946, we have Polstia. 1945, we have Roma Città Aperta. Aperta, probably. It's hard to tell. There's no double R's or L's or anything. But yeah, those are his 8, sadly, lost nominations. This next gentleman has a whopping 12 screenwriting nominations, winning 3 of them. We're going old school here. One of these wins, I believe, was for what is apparently the best Picture winner of all time, according to my live stream I did about a month back. So go check that out. Watch it for 2.5 hours and figure out which movie I'm talking about. But here we go, nonetheless. In 1966, he was... Oh, yeah. Did I say his name? I forgot to say his name again, didn't I? Billy Wilder. Y'all know who that is, right? He's good. Good old school funny movies guy. Or surprisingly not funny movies guy, depending on which way you look at it. We have 1966's The Fortune Cookie. We have 1960's The Apartment, which he won for. We have 1959's Some Like It Hot. We have... Where are they? 1954's Sabrina. We have 1951's Ace in the Hole. 1950's Sunset Boulevard, which he won for. That's one of the not funny ones, but it's a great movie. 1948's A Foreign Affair. 1945's The Lost Weekend, which he won for. 1944, we had Double Indemnity. 1941, we have Hold Back the Dawn. And 1939, we have once again Ninotchka. Billy Wilder, 3 and 12. And the granddaddy screenwriting champ as far as nominations go, is Mr. Woody Allen. Who'd have thought? He's won 3 times out of a ridiculous 16 screenwriting nominations. Damn. He has 4 Oscars in total because he won for directing. But we'll get into that. So in reverse order, here are his writing nominations. All 16 of them. Good God. 1913. 2013, we have Blue Jasmine. 2011, we have the winning Midnight in Paris. I was kind of surprised he won for that at the time, honestly. It's a good movie, though. I need to watch it again. 2005, we have Match Point. 1997, we have Deconstructing Harry. 1995, we have Mighty Aphrodite. 1994, we have Bullets Over Broadway. 1992, we have Husbands and Wives. 1990, we have Alice. 1989, we have Crimes and Misdemeanors. So just every year he'd get nominated for a period. Like the late 80s, early 90s. 1987, we have Radio Days. 1986, we have Hannah and Her Sisters, which was his second win. Purple Rose of Cairo in 1985. Broadway Danny Rose in 1984. Manhattan in 1979. Interiors in 1978. And the first win was for his first nominated film in any category, 1977's Annie Hall, which he also won picture and director for, like I said. So he's got 4 Oscars total. He won for directing. I'm sorry, he didn't produce the movie. So he only won for directing, not for picture. Because otherwise he'd have 5 Oscars. I can't do math, apparently. But yeah, 16 nominations. And the cool thing about him is that all 16 of his nominations, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to double check, and it looks like I'm right, are all in the original screenplay category. So he's the king of the original screenplay, Mr. Woody Allen. And that's it. That's all the writers in Oscar history who have had more than 5 Academy Award nominations. All but one of them have won at least one. Poor Federico Fellini. Now I just feel bad for him. But what are you going to do? Hitchcock didn't win any Oscars either, right? But everyone loves him and knows who he is. But that's all I got today. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out my live stream tomorrow for the Oscar nominations at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for my 2000 to 2009 Best Picture Nominee Tournament. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Shop, pop, movies.